What up, what up? Welcome back to the channel. I'm ModeIJ and we're locked in. BMF is back and we all seen episode 1 and it had us wondering about our man B-Mickie and is he really working with the police and what is going to be beneficial for him if he is working with the police, because we know Detective Bryant, he has his hands in the streets, but it looks like this season he's trying to clean things up because we've seen him arrest Terry in 2005, meaning he's been on the case and he even took it to a federal level. So let's find out if B-Mickie is actually snitching. But before we do, if you like BMF content, hit that subscribe button, turn on your notification bell so you get something every time I upload. Make sure you hit that like button and follow me on Instagram right here. Now, B-Mickie, I thought he was always going to hold it down. We seen him take out Kato, but it turns out him taking out Kato was really a bigger plan for him and Detective Bryant, but that isn't enough for Detective Bryant. So let's jump into it. Is B-Mickie really telling?
You blowing money fast on this side. I think I'm Big Meech.
Ever since the beginning of BMF, we knew that B-Mickie was Meech's best friend and right-hand man outside of his brother Terry. He's always stayed down. He's always been loyal. So even when we get into this season, we see him and Meech at the game. He's still cool with Terry, but his loyalty is more to Meech. Now, we know what he went through in the first season with Kato and Meech actually knowing that she was working with Lamar and him taking out the girl that he loved was going to be tough on him. But Meech is keeping him around. And right now it looks like B-Mickie is kind of an advisor to Meech because we know that Meech is actually trying to get up to the level of K9. He went to Vegas and picked up some of them things, brought him back. So B-Mickie, we're looking at him as a vital asset right now. The beginning of the episode, we didn't see anything wrong with B-Mickie. We know he's right there next to Meech. Whatever Meech want to do, he's with it. Now, when K9 got to shooting, we did see B-Mickie take off, which is smart. Meech is a different type of animal. He stayed and watched. Now, we know Meech is working behind the scenes. He left with K9 at the record studio. We see B-Mickie holding it down for the whole 50 boys while Meech is out of the building. Now, he didn't know that there was going to be a meeting with the 12th Street. We know 12th Street came over. Dink got into a fight. But what did he do? He pulled the gun out. No one got hurt, but he was going to let it be a one-on-one. And this is proving that, hey, after Meech is me. Since Meech isn't here, I'm the one that's going to hold everything down. So we're thinking B-Mickie is one of the solid people that we can trust and depend on in this season of BMF. Now, Tiny came in. Tiny took over after Lamar left. So these two, I would say they're on the same level. But in reality, Tiny, he has his own organization, the 12th Street. B-Mickie is just the underboss under Meech. And that's why we see B-Mickie asking Meech, hey, Meech, you got to let me know what's going on here. And Meech is saying, I got it. Just do what you need to do. So for us, we're looking at it from the outside. Okay, B-Mickie wants to know what's going on so he can be involved and hands-on. But we know that Meech is trying to keep his business away from everybody else until they need to know it. So B-Mickie, we're seeing signs of B-Mickie being loyal. And it's like, okay, good. This is what we want from him, because until Terry gets back in the business, all Meech has right now is the 50 boys, and he has to lean heavy on our boy B-Mickie. We do begin to start to see a little bit of issues with B-Mickie, and it has us wondering, Detective Bryant and Detective Veronica, they're riding around, and Bryant doesn't say anything, but he's watching B-Mickie walking around. Now, B-Mickie is comfortable walking around because we know Lamar is off the streets. Allegedly, he's dead, and Kato is dead. So he's just walking around, but they show us and they give us some foreshadowing with Detective Bryant watching B-Mickie. Now, it's coincidence that Detective Veronica is looking through the window too. So she's starting to try to piece things together. Why is he so interested in this young man? Why was Veronica looking? Because earlier in the day, what did she see on the board? Brian, Mickey, B-Mickie, 50 Boys Lieutenant. Has he moved up? SWH dropout. Veronica has seen this face before and she's been piecing things together. We know that she's doing her job. We know that she's been paying attention and trying to connect the dots, especially with the murder that happened to Lamar and Kato. The very next night, Detective Bryant and Detective Veronica, they're out there, and what do? They see B-Mickie and Dink and they proceed to chase him. Now we see Bryant hop out, and the first thing he says is, I got the tall, skinny one, aka B-Mickie. So we're wondering, okay, he's in pursuit of B-Mickie, but he stops and smokes a cigarette. Now they do end up catching Dink. He gets hit, his tooth falls out, But Detective Bryant knew that this was B-Mickie. He seen him 2 nights in a row. They confiscated some money, but he didn't even make a big deal about it. And why is that? Because B-Mickie seems to have a lot of information on what's going on. He tells Meech, listen, they caught Dink. He's not going to tell anything. Now we're looking at this as there might be a little cloud around B-Mickie's head because he's very calm about this. They were just casually walking down the street. Detective Bryant didn't actually pursue him. They only went after Dink and he got away. Now Meech is looking at it thinking, that's interesting. But Meech is also thinking the business aspect and how he's going to get back in with K9. Now Mickie is against all of this, but Meech, he's going to make it happen one way or another. We pointed out during my live stream that Meech started to notice a little bit of fidgetiness in B-Mickie. We just put 50 Boys and 12th Street together. We just got 20 bricks. We just got money. And I just promoted B-Mickie to my right hand man, my second in command. And he's saying, oh, thanks, Meech. I got to go check on my mom. And if you look at the demeanor on Meech, he's looking at him thinking something is off with this. But he tells B-Mickie to go check on your mom. Now, if you remember, Meech knew that Kato was working with Lamar, and he even tells B-Mickie that I know it was hard for you to take out Kato, but it needed to be done. So parts of me is telling me that Meech, he kind of has a feeling about B-Mickie and he needs to watch him. But as of right now, this is the only person he can trust until Terry gets in the game or Tiny can prove his loyalty. This is where it all comes together. Detective Bryant is in B-Mickie's house. He's asking him questions about Kato. He finds out that B-Mickie was sleeping with Kato when he was supposed to be giving Detective Bryant information on Kato, on Meech, on Terry. This is where we hear that he was supposed to give Kato up to Detective Bryant, but he killed Kato. Detective Bryant knows that. He was supposed to give some information on someone bigger, aka Meech. What does he do? He tells Detective Bryant Terry is out the game. Meech is doing things by himself. Now, he's going to have to give up some information because Detective Bryant has 2 guns on him. He has the gun he just picked up, and he also has the gun from the first season. So what information has B-Mickie actually gave up if he gave up Kato and that wasn't big enough? Now, all fingers are pointing at Meech. And if you look at the face B-Mickie is making, this is the same face we all made when we figured he is talking to the police. Now, the reason we can say that he's talking to the police is because we see Detective Bryant in 2005 arresting Terry. So it's not any scenario where we can say maybe he's going to tell Meech that Detective Bryant is searching. No. None of that's going to happen. So as of right now, B-Mickie has been giving up information to the police. And I will say that he is what you would call in the streets a snitch. Now, no one's got locked up, but he is pointing fingers and giving information to potentially get someone locked up. All right, let me know what you think about B-Mickie. We know he's talking directly to Detective Bryant. We know that he gave up information on Kato, but he killed her. And we heard Bryant say he wants something bigger, aka Meech. B-Mickie said Terry's out the game and Meech is doing it himself. So let me know what you think, because they got 20 bricks. So this could potentially hurt them in moving at 20. And we know that K9 ain't going to play that. So let me know what you think about B-Mickie. I'm Mo.J. If you like this content, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Thanks for watching. I'm out.